Okay, good afternoon all of you. Today we'll discuss one new topic, that is your overlap add method. Overlap add method. Like overlap save method, overlap add method also used to find the linear convolution between two sequences. Two sequence means the input sequence is a very long sequence and the impulse response contain finite number of sample value, like your overlap save method. Okay, now just I am taking one example how to do same process in this overlap add method also. Instead of storing the complete input sequence, what we will do, we have to divide the sequence into number of blocks and we will process the block according to overlap add method. After that, we will recombine the output at the end to get the linear combination between two sequence. Two sequence means here, my point is here, one input sequence, that is a long sequence, and another is the impulse response, that is a short sequence or a finite length sequence. Okay, just I am taking one example, then we will see one by one how to do the convolution by using overlap add method. Later, my input sequence is x of n equals to, just this is one example so that people will understand, x of n equals to 3 minus 1 0 1 3 2 0 1 3 2 0 1 2 1. Okay, let this is my input sequence and the impulse response h of n equals to 1 1 1. Okay, now I want to find the convolution between linear convolution between x of n and h of n by using overlap add method. Okay, now what to do? First, we have to divide the sequence into number of blocks. Okay, later length of each block equals to 5. Okay, see, always choose the length of the block that must be greater than the length of impulse response. Okay, now what is the length of impulse response? If you see the length of impulse response, h of n equals to 3. So always choose the block length. Block length means we have to divide the input sequence into number of blocks and each block contain 5 number of sample value. Okay, that's the block length. You can take 6, 7, 8, anything, but it must be greater than the length of the impulse response. Here the impulse response length is 3. That's why I'm taking the length of the block equals to 5. If you want, you can take 4 also, 5, 6, 7, anything that must be greater than 3. Okay, now what to do? The first is the length of the block is 5. Now how I will write the block sequence? Means now I will divide the whole sequence into number of blocks. Okay, let the first sequence x1n, because I want to divide into number of subsequences, each length equals to 5. Okay, in the first sequence, how we will write? Always remember the steps. The first sequence is, always remember, in this overlap add method, last m minus 1 sample value equals to 0. Okay, okay, I'm writing here. Clear? I'll write here. So how we will write the blocks or the subsequences? Always remember last m. M means this is the length of impulse response. This is m. Okay, last m minus 1 sample of each sequence or each block. We can write each block equals to 0. Okay, means last m minus 1 means here m equals to 3, then m minus 1 means 2. So for this particular example, the last m minus 1 means last 2 sample always equals to 0. Okay, means length of the block is 5. It contains 5 number of sample. Out of 5 number sample, last 2 sample is 0. Now see how I am writing. The first block or the first subsequence x1n equals to last m minus 1 is 0. See I am putting 0 0 because m minus 1 is 2. The last m minus 1 sample equals to 0. Then how many samples required? Since the length of the block is 5, now 2 sample value equals 0. Then how many more samples left? That is 5 minus 2. So 3 sample, right? Yes or not? So we have to put 3 sample here. The 3 sample you have to take like this from the input. 3 minus 1 0. 3 minus 1 0. So this is the first block or first subsequence. Okay. Now how to write second? Same process. Second x2n, again same. For x2n, the last 2 sample equals to 0 because see last m minus 1 sample of each block equals to 0. So it is fixed for overlap add method. The last m minus 1 is 0. Again 3 new sample you have to take from the input. 1, 3, 2. Okay. Now write x3n, same process. x3n equals to again last m minus 1 sample equals to 0. Then again new 3 because the length of the block is 5. So 0, 1, 2. See, it's very clear. Since the length of the block is 5, I am writing only 5. Length of the block is 6 means same. 2 sample equals 0. Last 2 sample instead of entering 3, 3 you have to enter 4, 4 sample value. Okay, now x4n. Again same. Last 2 sample equals to 0. Then what left? Only 1 left. So you can write 1, rest to 0. Okay. Now if you want to write fifth block or fifth subsequence x5n, then last 2 sample equals 0. Now no sample value left in the input. Yes or not? So what? All zeros. Means my point is here, you have to process till to get all 0 sequence. Means null sequence. Yes or not? See, in this x5n, this is all 0. So we have to proceed like this till to get all 0 sequence. Once you will get all 0 sequence, you will stop here. Okay, clear all of you? So after that, this part is over. So what we did, now we did the input sequence x of n, or we divided the input sequence into number of blocks. Here how many blocks we decide? 1 to 4. Okay, 4 blocks because the fifth one getting all 0. Once you get all 0, you will stop here. Then after that, your h of n equals to 1, 1, 1. So what people will do? Again, you have to change the length of h of n equals to length of the block. So now the length of the block is 5 and length of impulse response is 3. So I append 2 zeros to make equals to length of the block. Okay, this part is over. Now the next step is what people will do? Simple find y1n equals to x1n circular convolution of h of n. Okay, now you all people know the process. Yes or not? X1n circular convolution of h of n. X1n is 3 minus 1 0 0 0. Now you find how you will find you know the steps. 3 minus 1 0 0 0. 0 will go up. 3 minus 1 0 0. Again this 0 will go up 0. Then this is 0. 3 minus 1 0. Again this 0 will go up 0 0 0. 3 minus 1. Then this minus 1 will go up 0 0 0. 3 will stop here. Yes or not? Because again this 3 will go up means we will get the first column. Okay, we will stop here. Now multiply with 1 1 1 0 0. A simple matrix multiplication. You do the multiplication. What will get? The first row multiply with first column. Yes or not? 3 multiply 1 0 multiply 1 0 multiply 1. Yes or not? Like this. What will get? Simple do the multiplication. We will get 3. And this is 2. This is 2. And this is your minus 1. And this is 0. So y1 n you got 3, 2, 2, minus 1, this is minus 1, 0. Okay, same. I hope you all people understand. After y1n, I will write here again. See, I am writing here again y1n. What you got? This is a 3, 2, 2, minus 1, 0. Similarly, you can find y2n. What is y2n? x2n, circular convolution of h of n. Same process, what I said, you just follow it. You will get your y2n equals to 1, 4, 6, 5, 2. Similarly, y3n equals to x3n, circular convolution of h of n. Just to do the same process, then we get y3n equals to 0, 1, 3, 3, 2. Now y4n equals to same x4n, circular convolution of h of n. Do same process, you will get 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. Okay, now this is over because y15 if you do y5n, that is equals to x5 of n, circular convolution of h of n. Now if you see here, see your x5n is all 0, so what will get again? You will get all 0. Yes, and not required. If you do also, you will get all 0. Like this you will get. So this is not required. Okay, this is not required. You will stop here. Clear? I hope you all people understand. So what you people did? First, what you did? First you divide the whole sequence into subsequences or equals to number of blocks, each block having length 5. This is the first block, second block, third block, fourth block, or you can say the subsequences. You divide the main sequence into subsequences. What is the process? Process is, I said already, the last m-1 sample always equals to 0. See, this is your m-1 sample, last m-1 sample of all block or all subsequence equals to 0. And try to get all 0 sample sequence. Once you get all 0 sample sequence, you will stop here. After that, make the length of h of n equals to length of block, that is equals to 5 by appending to 0. Okay. After that, y1n equals to x1n, circular convolution of h of n. We got this value. Similarly, we proceed. We find y2n, circular convolution of x2 with h of n. Same way, y3 and y4. Okay. Once you will get this value, the next step is very, very important. What do people will do? Just see how I am writing. Okay, write the first y1n. How do I see? 3, 2, 2, minus 1, 0. First write y1n. Then when you will write y2n, instead of starting from here, you see last m-1 sample value. m-1 means 2, yes or not? Since m equals to 3, so m-1 equals to 2. So last m-1 means last 2 sample, yes or not? It's coming here. So what to do? Instead of starting from here, you start from here. Okay, like this. So when you write I'm using different colors so that the people will understand. When you write y2n, so you start here. See, I'm writing 1, 4, 6, 5, 2. Okay, again same way we will proceed. Again last m-1 sample means this is, yes or not? This is your last m-1 sample. So again when you write next, this is your y1. Okay, this is your y1. This is your y2. When you write y3, instead of starting from here, again you start here. Okay, because last m-1 last 2 sample will start here. So we can write now the third one y3n become 0, 1, 3, 3, 2. See, I am starting here 0, 1, 3, 3, 2. Now y4n same process. This is the last m-1 sample. So what to do? You just start from here. 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. Okay, clear? like this. This is your y3 and this is your y4n. Okay, here y5n not present. If y5n means again you will start from here. Yes, and last m minus 1 sample. Now how you will write the output? Just see. It's very easy. It's very easy. Now see how we will write. I'm just showing here. Okay. Now see, first one is 3. Just write as usual. Second one is 2. No problem. Just write as usual. Again this is 2. Right as usual. And this is C. Minus 1. This is 1. Just a simple add it. Okay. Minus 1 plus 1 it is a, so it is a your 0. Okay. Similarly, this is 0 plus 4. This is your 4. Now again 6, no change as usual. Then this is 5 plus 0. It is 5. And this is 2 plus 1. This is 3. Yes or not? And this is 3 as usual direct. This is 3 plus 1. It is 4. 2 plus 1. 3. Okay. Then it is again same 1. Now this last 2 zeros not required. So not last 2 zeros is no importance. So this is our output. I can write finally the output y of n. Okay. Output it is 3, 2, 2, 0, 4, 6, 5, 3, 3, 4, 3, 1. Yes, and last 2 0. No use, you can delete, means you can eliminate this, not required, because after the 0 no sample value, no, you can, if you want to write, you can write, no problem, but not required. Okay, so this is our answer: 3, 2, 2, 0, 4, 6, 5, 3, 3, 4, 3, 1. This is your answer. If you want to verify, what you can do, it is easy. Just this x of n, then you can take this x of n in MATLAB and take this h of n in the MATLAB and simple find a conversion between x of n and x of n, and you will get this answer only. Okay, so I hope you people understand. This is your complete overlap add method. Now your task is, here I taken the length of the block is 5, yes or not? Now what I said, the length of the block must be greater than length of impulse response. Length of impulse response. Now what you people will do, I taken here 5, so you better take 6 or 7 or take 4, okay, and try the process, the steps what I said, same way, and check the answer. I'm sure you will get the same answer. This is for homework. Okay, you try it. Okay, you try it, and if any query, you can write in the comment box, or you can share this with me so that I will clarify. Okay, thank you for today. I hope you all people understand and enjoy the topic overlap add method. Thank you so much. In the next class or in the next video, we will see some more topic. Thank you.